Hello again, welcome back. As usual, this is Becca going by Nightcat or Nightcat's Meow when online, unless I'm playing Overwatch, in which case I'm a gamer myself, but that's one of the rare exceptions. Again, I'd like to apologize for falling short on you all last week. I know that my most vocal supporters here don't really consider that falling short, but I still feel like I'm missing an obligation to y'all. But to let you know, the housemate that I worry about, she's doing a lot better. She's getting well back on track. Just took a bit of getting used to things all over again after she got back from physical therapy rehab. But we're basically going well. So there's that. And as I had promised, I believe on the last video, I said that we would be going over ways of monitoring the memory usage in a particular script in order to know when it was starting to reach a point that it needed to have some intervention. So, I've seen this done on a few other things, but I hadn't played with it myself, so I did a bit of research. So, there's actually a lot more to dealing with memory to go over than I had realized. I'm actually learning a few new tricks myself and getting ready to up my game as well as y'all's. But we're going to start with the simpler aspect of memory monitoring and manipulation here. We are going to start off with a simple command that will tell you about your available memory. With get free memory. As it says, it returns the integer of the number of free bytes of memory the script can use. Now, in this particular case, I went ahead and looked up a little bit about what certain types of functions can wind up using in terms of available memory. You can either do it by looking a few things up or just by experimenting around and seeing what numbers fit for you. This is not a thing you're going to need to use in a lot of places. This is a thing that's only going to be relevant in a few, or necessary in a few particular situations. So what we're going to wind up wanting to do is know when the data call comes through, because that is when it's going to be using the bulk of its available memory. Right about here should do. You're going to drop in your get free memory. Now, just for the initial run, we're going to set that up with just to see what it looks like. Owner say string there we go. Turn the timer back on for this. There we go. Actual utilized memory there. Free memory, 53,584. So we got to look at, shut that down again for now. Got to look at how much memory is generally available. So we'll go back to here. Here we are. And say if get free memory is less than, we'll say, this is a very generous offer, allowing for plenty of things going on and plenty of wiggle room to deal with it. 2,000. Now, the other thing you're going to do, much like dealing with all of the rest of the notifications, you don't want to overdo it. So you're going to want to set a integer low mem, and by default, low mem equals false. Pop yourself back down here. If that, if low mem equals false, make sure that doesn't want to line up right. There we go. Just being nitpicky there. Low mem equals true. And we had that email example I had. Where did I put the email example? When in doubt, your friend the wiki. Come on, open up. I don't know why it's not going to the next. There we go. LL email, string, whatever your email address is. String subject. Do remember that these are treated as strings and therefore require the quotation marks. String message. And I wrote that like a human, the twos, comma 000. Computers don't recognize that. I was thinking like a people. And so that's how you would set it up to monitor for performance, inform you if the memory is running low, send you an email telling you to come in and deal with the problem. So there you go. How to actually set up an alert to reach you out of world, which could be very convenient if you're managing a number of different locations and want to stay on top of things. That's how to know if you're running low on memory and have it warn you outside of Second Life to come in and deal with it. the emails automatically have information in there on where the item that sent it is. So even if you're monitoring multiple locations, that can actually deal with that just fine. So that will be that for this week. Next week, I will probably go into one more method of making for efficiency in this particular build. Right now, it stores a lot of keys in active memory. We will go through a slightly more complicated method that will allow you to offload those keys out of active memory, which would allow you to have a nearly indefinite list of keys to monitor for. So I can't see very many cases where you're going to need to alert that many people in world unless you're running a extremely successful business location. But if you are, this might come in handy for you. So that'll be it for this week. Hope to see you next week. As usual, the comments and likes on the videos, they really do make a difference. They really do show me that y'all are benefiting from this. I got a couple of y'all that are wonderfully active, and the support for that is, I cannot express how appreciative I am of that, how much that means to me. It means everything. Again, the link for the Discord channel will be down there. I'm hoping as more of y'all join up in that, it'll become a nice little place for discussing all manner of things related to code, to SL, to computers, maybe even other things if we really start to pick up. Depending on how busy I am at the time, I do check it. How often depends on how busy I am. So sometimes not often enough, but I do check it. So I wish you all well, and as usual, good day, good luck, happy coding.